Yan. So let's define probability. It is a measure of how likely an event is to happen. It is the measure of chance. It is the measure of chance. So example, today there is 60% chance of rain. Maybe not 60%. You can deviate. Maybe 40% lang or 30% because it's sunny day. The efficacy of vaccine for COVID-19 is 95%. So it varies. Sometimes it's only 60% for ano yon, 95% maybe if AstraZeneca, Moderna, Pfizer, and so on. I do not memorize what percent. But the lowest percent is Sinovac. Pero it has minor side effect din or very light side effect. Yan. So what else? Probabilities are written in three ways. So one is fraction from 0 to 1. So take note 0 and 1 are included in fractions. So it can be 0, it can be 1/4 to 1/2, 3/4, and so on. Decimal from 0 to 1 then. 50%, 25%, 30%, so any percent. So decimal from 0 to 1. And percent, of course, from 0% to 100%. So these are the different ways for you to write probability. In terms of fraction, decimal, percent. Mag-ingay niya. Muna natin para magising kayo. So if the event is certain to happen, then the probability of the event is 1 or 100%. So 1 in terms of decimal. So 1 is considered decimal, 1.0 or 100%. So 1 in percent is the same as 100%. Do not be confused. Now, if an event will never happen, then the probability of the event is 0, of course, or 0%. If an event is just as likely to happen as to not happen, so 50-50, then it's 1/2 in fraction, 0.5 in decimal, or 50%. So 50-50, the chance is 50-50 at the middle, neutral. So there are three ways: certain, never, certain to happen, never happen, likely to happen as to not happen. So 50-50. Okay, so looking at the diagram of the line graph, so the middle, it's the 50-50, equal chances, 0.5, 50%, 1/2. At the left, so from 0, it's impossible. It will never happen. So 0, 0%. And then between impossible and equal chances, it's unlikely. Unlikely to happen. Possible na it will not, possible that it will happen. Unlikely to happen. So there's chance pa rin, pero less chance. Now, between equal chances and certain, likely. So there's a big possibility that it will happen. But in unlikely, there's a possibility that it will not happen. So that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is just an example. When a meteorologist states that the chance of rain is 50%, the meteorologist is saying that it is equally likely to rain or not to rain. So equally likely. Possible that it will not, possible that it will happen. So 50-50 chance. The chance of rain rises to 80%, it is more likely to rain. So more possibility of rain. The chance drops to 20%, then it may rain, but it probably will not. So there's a tendency of not happening, of not raining. Okay? What are some events that will never happen and have a probability of 0? Can you give example? What are some events that will never happen and have a probability of 0? Can we include here the question that I asked? that it will never happen to have that virus of becoming a zombie?
Ano po?
Mukhang hindi, no? Kasi sabi nyo, there's a probability or possibility of 10%, 60%, so we cannot put that here. Yes, Jonas, give example. Yung talagang give a situation that it will not happen.
Easy. Meron ako sagot pero papalitan ko. Ano po?
Sige.
Mag-crash po isang meteor ngayon.
Come again, louder.
Mag-crash po isang meteor ngayon.
Ngayon na. Nakakatakot. So that will not happen, no? Are you sure that will not happen? That the meteor will crash?
Not now at least.
Not now.
Hindi po ngayon.
Oo, hindi ngayon. Okay, so 0. So thank you. What about Anika?
Is it say 2 events?
An event that will not happen. That's 0
The first
probability.
event that will never happen, that has a probability of 0,
Yes.
is plastic decaying. That's
Plastic.
one. Plastic decaying. That's
Plastic.
never gonna happen.
Okay. Sige. Thank you,
Another
Anika.
event is when the
Yes.
world truly becomes a happy place. Unfortunately, that is never going to happen.
Okay. So thank you, Anika. So it depends to the person, no? Okay. Some more? Sige, let's go to the next. What are some events that are certain to happen and have a probability of 100%? Would like to give an example. The first one will never happen. Now the second one, 100% that it will happen. Okay, sige, from Maxine. We're all gonna die. Yes, that's 100%. Unless you are, anong tawag doon? Immortal? Of course. Okay, thank you, Maxine. That's true. Another pandemic, 100%. Andrea, mukhang meron ng another one, no? Pero wag naman sana, nakakatakot. Another pandemic, we're all gonna die. Sige, nagjo-joke si Jonas. 100%. Maging gwapo po ako. Dapat i-claim mo if it is 100. Magiging, dapat ganon. Di ba sa Filipino, para sure, magiging gwapo po ako. Yun. Or gwapo po ako, yun na lang, para sure, 100%. Having my lunch in 2 hours time, yes, that's true. That will 100% happen. Okay, so I'm sure you know this. Next, what are some events that have equal chances of happening and have a probability of 50%? 50-50 chance. Can you give example? 50-50 chance. Yes, Sophia.
A coin landing on heads or tails.
Louder.
Coin landing on either side, heads or tails.
Did you hear Sophia? Please repeat what she said. What did she say?
50-50 chance on heads or tails in the coin.
Okay. Sige, what else? Thank you, Sophia. Getting the character I want in a game I play. Okay, nice. That I'll either have a hard time understanding this lesson or have the ease upon understanding it. Okay, nice.
It's
Example.
easier when you
Sagot po is
when you put it like that.
true or false. Okay. 50 chance. So, thank you to all your answers. When I discussed this to batch grade 12, they are now grade 12. Diba? During that time, we were preparing for the school fair, right? So that was that was my
Wasn't that when the
that was
pandemic kind of
2019,
started?
2020, I think. Yes, 2020. That was around
Because that was the
January.
time when we all got in lockdown was before the school fair of
Yes, that's
2020 pa yan?
March 10. That was Monday. We were able to come to school pa, and the following day, no more classes. But before that, I think January, I think when we had this lesson, the same January. And one of the examples that they gave before, yung 50-50, 50% chance that the school fair will happen. And parang 50-50 for them. We were practicing before, di ba? And most of the sections, you have already your costume and so on. But because of the pandemic, yun. So, naging 100% na that it did not happen. Okay, so that's about the examples of probability. So, let's have the important terms, experiments. These are activities with observable results. Examples are activities like tossing a coin, rolling a die, and other experiments, other activities. Now, outcomes, possible results of the experiment. Sample space, set of all possible outcomes, and event, any subset of possible outcomes for an event. Okay, so let's have example here. Ang ingay pala nito. Yeah, so this is the formula for you to get the probability of an event. The probability of an event is equal to number of ways event can happen or event can occur. So that's the numerator. And then the denominator, total number of outcomes. So you will understand this better once we have example. So example, number of ways event can occur over total number of outcomes. So example, when rolling a number cube, the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there are 6. These are the outcomes. Kasi there are 6 sides in a cube. So your total number of outcomes over 6. For the event, so let's say when number of ways, ayun, inuulit lang yung yung formula. When rolling a number cube, the event of rolling an even number is. So this is the question now. Let's say, what is the probability of rolling an even number? An even number. So 3. 3 is the event. Yung outcomes, total number in all. And then event, it's the question being required. So, event of rolling an even number is 3. Why 3? Because out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are 3 even numbers. And those are 2, 4, 6. Kaya an event of rolling an even number is 3. So, let's start. Now, another example, what is the probability of getting heads when flipping a coin? So, your numerator, number of ways, 1 head on a coin, so 1 lang. There's 1 head. There's 1 coin that you will flip. Total outcomes, 2, kasi there are 2 sides. So, this is just to explain to you the difference between event and outcome sa event and outcome. So, event is the one required kung ano lang yung gusto nyong mag-appear. And outcomes, total. Possible outcome. Yan. So, now, the probability of getting 1 head is equal to 1/2 or 0.5, 50%. Okay, there are 3 questions here.
Wait, miss, I'm copying the other slide.
Yeah, no need to copy, Anika, because I will send this naman. It's always in our links, right?
Okay, miss.
Oo. Ang bilis. Okay, let's answer this. Sige. Let's see. Do it first in your notebook. I'll give you 2 minutes. 1 to 3. Just give your answer in terms of fraction. Fraction, Number 1, what is the probability that the spinner will stop on part A? Number 2, what is the probability that the spinner will stop on letter A, an even number, an odd number? And number 3, what is the probability that the spinner will stop in the area marked A? So it's very easy. 2 minutes to answer. Okay, let's answer now. What is the probability that the spinner will stop on part A? What is your answer? Let me call. Yes, Anika, what's number 1?
0.25.
In fraction, why 3.25? You said 0.25?
Yes.
Okay, so 0.25 in decimal. So hindi ko nasulat I don't have my I don't have my pen tab here. So 0.25 is correct in decimal. What about in fraction? What is 0.25?
1/4.
1/4. What about in percent? What about in percent? Yes, Anika also.
25%.
Yes, very good. So 25%. So that's for number 1. 0.25, 1/4, 25%. Okay. Next, number 2. What is the probability that the spinner will stop on an even number? Violet. Violet, what's your answer? In number 2, A. So, number 1, 0.25 or 25% or so any of this, 1/4. Next, what is the probability that the spinner will stop on an even number? Answer, any of the 3 types, whether decimal, fraction, or percent. Okay, Violet, what is your answer? Yes, Nathaniel?
Miss, it is 2/3 po.
2/3. So check in fraction. Is it, is it 2/3? How many even number? How many even number? How many even number? Nathaniel, how many even number? 1, 2, 3. Out of 1, 2, 3, how many even number?
Miss, sorry po. Miss 1/3 lang po pala.
Yes, that's
1/3
it.
po.
1/3 lang. So, thank you. Kasi there's 1 even number and there are 3 numbers in all. So, 1/3. Or 0.33. Or what is 1/3 in percent? 33%, no? 33.3 bar percent. Okay. Next. An odd number. What is the probability that the spinner will stop on an odd number? So, ito na yon. Lara, give it
Two-thirds.
two-thirds.
Or
Yes.
6.
Two-thirds, 0.66 or 66.6%. 0.6%. Ayan, hindi ko na maisulat ng ayos to. 66.6%. Sorry for my handwriting. Okay na? Kasi there are two odd numbers, 1 and 3. So, dalawa. 2 and out of 3 numbers in all, that's why 2/3. Next. What is the probability that the spinner will stop
Wait,
in the
excuse
area?
me,
Yes.
Miss. About the decimal thing, when I tried the question myself also, it had the repeating numbers like 0.3333, so on and so forth. How am I going to turn it to percent?
Simply move the point 2 places to the right, like 0.33%.
Oh, so it's 33%?
Yes, so 33,
Oh,
but don't
alright.
forget to put another point here. And put bar to emphasize that 3 is repeating. Okay? So
Okay,
if it
thank you,
is
Miss.
repeating non-terminating decimal, just put bar to emphasize that the numbers are repeating. Okay? And then to change to percent, move the point 2 places to the right. Always do that. Or divide by 100. Divide by 100 for you to change to percent. Okay, last, number 3. Number 3, the answer is, it's 1/3 again, right? Kasi there's one letter A lang naman. So 1/3, it's the same as letter A. In number 2. Okay, thank you. Let's move to the next, to more examples. Okay, so I think about athletes yan. Lawrence is the captain of his team. The team is deciding on a color and all 8 members wrote their choice down on equal size cards. If Lawrence picks one card at random, what is the probability that he will pick blue? So what is the answer? So what is the probability that Lawrence will pick blue? So blue, green, blue, yellow, black, red, blue again. So what is the probability? It's given here, number of blues 3, total cards 8. Therefore, the answer is, okay, so thank you to those who wrote here, 3 8s. So there are 3 blues and there are 8 colors in all, or 8 cards, 8 choices. Kaya 8. So 3/8 is the correct answer. 3 8s or 0.375 or 37.5%. Okay, so let's proceed. So it's about cube here. Donald is rolling a number cube labeled 1 to 6. What is the probability of the following? An odd number. What is the probability of getting an odd number? So I give you already the event and the outcome. So event, odd numbers 1 3 5, outcomes 1 2 3 4 5 6. So outcomes are always the total. And then an event, yung odd numbers, what is required? So letter A, what is the probability of getting an odd number? What is the probability of getting an odd number? It's 3 6 according to Jonas, so that's correct. But you need to reduce to lowest term, 3 6. So pwede ring 1/2. Okay, so why 3? Because there are 3 odd numbers. Y over 6 because there are 6 faces or 6 numbers in a cube. So 3 6. Let me see kung may sagot akong okay, meron. So 3 6 or 1/2 or 0.5, 50%. Next, a number greater than 5. What is your answer? Letter B. Probability of getting a number of having a number greater than 5. Let me see. Yes, may sagot na ba sila? Is it 2/6, 1/3, or 2/6 ba? A number greater than 5, a number greater than 5. So the answer is 1/6. Kasi there's one number greater than 5 and that's only 6, right? Nag-iisa siya na greater than 5. Si 6 lang. You don't have to include 5. So there's one event and there are 6 outcomes. So 1/6. That's why the answer is, saan na yung sagot? 1/6 or 0.166, 16.6%. I will not always require you to give all the percent, to give the answer in all the 3 forms. So usually it's in terms of fraction. Okay, next. Sige, answer again in your notebook. Or chat your answers 1, 2, 3.
Miss, just asking, what does multiple of 2 mean? Is it like numbers that can be multiplied by 2?
Yes. So 2, the first one is 2, 2 times 2, 4, times 2, 8, times 2, and so on.
Thank you, Miss.
Like, skip counting by 2. Number 2, I don't have a figure here, so be the one to figure it out. Okay, let's answer now. What is the probability of spinning a number greater than 1? What is the answer? Sige, may I hear from Biel? What is your answer in number 1? So Biel, what is your answer in number 1? Nandyan pa ba? Shailene, number 1, what is the answer? Why are you not responding? May I see thumbs up? Are you still there? Okay, Shailene Montepio, what is number 1? What is the probability of spinning a number greater than 1? Mukhang nawala si Shailene, ano? What about Teresa? What is the answer in number 1? Teresa, what is your answer in number 1? 3/4. Okay, check. 3/4. Kasi greater than 1. So what are the numbers greater than 1? 2, 3, 4. So there are 3 out of 4. That's why 3/4, 75% or 0.75. Next, what is the probability that a spinner with 5 congruent sections numbered 1 to 5 will stop on an even number? Andrea, what is your answer?
2/5.
2/5. Kasi there are even number out of 5, 2 and 4 lang. 2/5. So, check. So, let me write first. Hindi ko ata na. So, number 1 is 3/4. Number 2 is 2/5. And number 3, probability of having a multiple of 2 with 1 roll of a number cube. So, what are multiples of 2? What are those numbers within the cube? So, 2 and 4
2,
lang.
4,
2,
6.
4, 6. So, the answer is
3, 5.
3/5. How many sides in all? How many numbers in all? There are 6, right? Kaya it's 3, 6, or 1/2 in number 3. 3, 6, or 1/2. 2, 4, 6. So there are 3 numbers which are multiples of 2, and there are 6 numbers in all, 1 to 6. So 3, 6, or 1/2. Okay, any questions? So that's all. It's easy for now. And then let's have more next meet